Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you are well. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hope you are well. Just gonna wait a couple of minutes for people to come on. Hey, Teresa. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. So it's been an eventful weekend for me. For the first time yesterday, I played live in front of people. It's actually my third time playing for people, playing my guitar for people. And not just playing one song, which is what I've done in the past, playing a full set. So I played 11 songs, and I think I messed up just one or two. So I'm growing, essentially. I'm growing. Do you have any wins to share, Teresa? Anything that I can celebrate with you? Thinking? You're thinking? All right, I'm gonna start off. So I've gotten this question a lot. People asking, how are you managing to do what you do? You're doing so many things. You are a pediatrician, married with kids. You are a podcaster. You're an artist releasing music. You are a coach. How do you do it? So I decided to just talk a little bit about how I do it. I've said I'm going to share 5 ways. It's by no means exhaustive. And do feel free to comment and contribute any hacks that work for you, because I'm still learning, I'm still growing. But yes, I just said I will go through a couple of hacks that I have used over the last couple of years to keep me going and to keep all of the engines running on multiple fronts at the same time. Okay, so number one, it starts with prioritizing what is the most, or what are the most important things for you to do. Because I think half the time, many of us were busy, 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 but we feel like we're not accomplishing much. And that might be because we're doing busy work, but we're not doing what is, the non-negotiables, the really important things, the things that will drive the needle forward, drive your music forward. We're not doing those things. And the reason why is because we've not taken our time to get our priorities straight. And getting your priorities right will actually start from knowing what is important to you, defining what success is for you. So, for example, someone might say success to them is getting famous, knowing that their music has been heard by millions. Another person may say success to them is earning their the income that they want. So they set an income goal or target that they want to be earning monthly. And that is what is important to them. And those two things will be approached in different ways. So the other way to look at it is personally, what is non-negotiable for you? So if you are married with kids, that is something that will take a good part of your time, essentially. And those will be non-negotiables, spending time with your kids. As a Christian, spending some time, with God, spending some time in the scriptures, that will be a non-negotiable for you. And when you list these things, then you can decide that those things are going to be on your to-do list every single day. And then you can actually think about how you'll actually do them. So number one, the first thing is get your priorities right, because you don't want to be doing many, many, many things. And at the end of the day, you feel like you've actually not done what's important. Okay. So get your priorities right. Define what is success to you. And based on that, you write a list of your goals, and still you prioritize what is number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, and you walk your way down. And something that I learned that was really helpful was knowing how overwhelm comes about. So overwhelm is when you are living in the future and thinking of, oh my God, I have so many things to do. How am I going to do it? Oh my God. You're overwhelmed because you're thinking about the future. But you avoid overwhelm when you just focus on what is in front of you. So if you have a list of things to do, maybe a to-do list that's 5 long, you first of all focus on number 1. You do that, and then you move to number 2, and you just focus on what's right in front of you. That is the way to avoid overwhelm. So to-do lists are good. Prioritize, avoid overwhelm. So that is the first hack. Number 2, and this is really good, use travel time productively. And sometimes I forget because it's still the same thing. You have so many things you want to do. You love podcasts, you have some trainings that you're trying to go through and then you're listening to a podcast when you're behind on training. But that's travel time to work, or if you like going on walks, that is travel time as well. Those are times that are on your calendar. If you just planned how to use them, those times will be extremely productive. So knowing that this is what I'm going to do along my travel time today, and make sure you're getting it done and not just playing music and listening to a podcast and then realizing that you're behind on something else that you should have been doing. So just plan ahead of time. On my phone, I have learned to put lots of training websites that I'm signed up to. I've put them on my home screen. So I just get into my car, click on the home screen button, and from there, I just listen to it. I'm not busy trying to search for what I need to listen to. So that is another really good one, using your time productively. Um, Someone said something really important. He said, if you used your travel time productively throughout the year and you listened to maybe courses or books, or you just essentially learned and you used it productively, you could earn two PhDs in a year. Like you could, the equivalent of all of that knowledge over time through the year will amount to degrees. You haven't gone to uni, you know? So that's really important. That is something that is mostly overlooked. And you can do so much with your travel time. If you like going on walks every day, you have um, either your phone with your Bluetooth earbuds, you're listening to things and you plan what you're going to listen to. So that is number two. Number three, multitasking. So sometimes I'm cooking and I'm in a meeting. It's not going to work for one-on-one meetings because it's probably going to be rude. But there are lots of meetings where there's groups of people with one coach. So maybe challenges or trainings. So you could essentially have your camera off and be tidying up, be cooking around the house, be ironing, be doing laundry. Multitasking is really good. I love it. I use it a lot. Number four, this one is a bit funny to me, but it makes sense. Well, this one is might be a bit funny to you, but it makes sense to me. So I put my non-negotiables on my calendar, and sometimes people might be like, is for example, if my spouse is around, because right now he's in Canada, but if he was around, I will think about a time of the day that I'm gonna just put time with him and allocate that time with him. And with the kids right now, it's bedtime. So the hour before bedtime is my time with the kids. Otherwise, you're gonna be doing so many other stuff and you're just not going to do those non-negotiables, those things that are important to you. So if they are important, someone said if it's important to you and it's not on your calendar, it's not important. So even these sort of things that you might overlook, put it on your calendar because that way it's going to get done. Number five. Now, this is more of a long-term one. So people ask me, oh, how did you manage to release an album while doing all of this? How do you do podcasts? How do you do all of that? You can if you're planning way in advance. So you could say to yourself, I want to do 2 quality co-writes in a month. And you start thinking, you make a list of the people you want to co-write with. And you approach them or you text or message them and make the appointment and put it on your calendar. All right. So I remember when I first started to really learn about songwriting, and I got into a one-on-one coaching program. And he straight away, when I signed up, he just said, send me the day and the time that is most suitable for you, and we will just use that time every month. And that's what we did. So essentially, for the next 6 months, all my coaching calls with him were on my calendar months and months and months ahead. When you do that, it's doable. You're not actually thinking like, oh my God, I don't have time. Ooh, I can't take on any more coaching. I can't take on any more programs. But if you actually put it, hi, Kirsten. if you actually put it on your calendar months ahead of time, it's on your calendar, you're not going to forget. And it takes the pressure off you of, oh, I can't handle any more stuff. So think about it. One co-write a month is very doable. It's one a month. What else? Or you writing a song a month. And when you are trying to write a song, it's almost your subconscious can be working on that song when all hours of the day. So I think you just have to give yourself a target, and put it on your calendar. Give yourself challenge yourself. I need to do this. I'm going to do this. It could be about getting more knowledge about a certain area that you're not used to working at, or working on. And it could be, oh, I need to learn more about this. Hi, Elizabeth. You could start researching podcasts. Podcasts are really good, by the way, when you're just trying to dip your toes into learning about a topic. Just learn about different podcasts, and many of them have free information that you can start studying, you can start learning. There are lots of groups that are good as well. There's lots of trainings, there's lots of free challenges. Like, honestly, giving yourself targets of growing in your skill and your knowledge about whatever industry you're in, is really doable, and is really easy right now because of social media. Because this is where all the all industry maybe apart from doctors, because we work in huge institutions where you don't really need to advertise to get patients, right? There are always sick patients. But I think every other industry has gone on social media. They know that is where clients are, and to get clients that will pay, they will all offer free education. They will all offer free things first. So you can learn tremendously by just making a plan of how you want to learn. And it could be, okay, I'm signing up for a challenge and I'm going to watch the replays on my drive home this week. And that way, you've accumulated a whole ton of new knowledge. So those are the tips that I use. Number one, get your priorities right. Make a list of what is important to you, your non-negotiables. Define success, and based on what success means to you, write down your goals, work your way down those goals, and remember to not get overwhelmed by focusing on what is right in front of you. Number two, use travel time productively. Number three, multitask. Number four, put your non-negotiables on your calendar. If it's not on your calendar, it's not important to you. Number five, schedule way ahead of time. So that's how I did my album. I paced myself. I did not plan to release an album in a couple of months. I paced myself and booked my studio times way in advance. When you're doing all of that, way in advance, you're giving yourself plenty of time to not get overwhelmed and to get the job done. Slow and steady wins the race. So I hope you've been encouraged, you've learned one or two things. Please post any tricks, tips, hacks that you use and that you find really helpful. If you're watching a replay, please post #replay. I will see you guys all next week for the next Mentoring Monday. I hope you all have an amazing week. Take care. Bye.